We
So
love
that's
hip
what it's
hop.
called, bro. Fam, that the last couple of weeks, as far as rappers doing really stupid things that end them up in jail, those guys, FBI investigation, which is probably not going to take too long. And then you still got like Big 30 and Pooh Shiesty and all those guys denied bail, fam. Everybody's just fucking up before the summer, bro. Walk on.
I wonder how many years TJ would do for this.
Well, think about what the incident is. Altercation, so there's an assault, and an assault with a deadly weapon because Offset was actually shot. So
they might even put like, possession of like illegal firearm, brandishing a firearm in public. Might start adding all random shit.
Fam, he's probably facing at least 16 charges when you put it all together.
Damn. Well, okay, what would you guys guess for the amount of years he'll be sentenced?
And he's not a first-time offender. He's probably looking at least 10 years, brother.
I was going to say like 6.
I was going to say 6.
6, 7. Okay, I'm old.
Bro, Tory Lanez shot Shorty or allegedly, was convicted. I'll say that. Tory Lanez was convicted for shooting Megan Thee Stallion in the foot, and they gave him 10, bro.
But I feel like...
And a deportation.
That was in LA. This was in Florida, right? That and, what was I going to say again? Was TJ the one that shot him, or was it one of TJ's
They're
bedroom?
not saying necessarily that TJ shot him, but he might have directed his entourage to shoot home.
Because I feel like if he wasn't the one that pulled the trigger, he might not get as much, you know?
I think he'll have a fall guy. I don't think TJ is going to get convicted. I think one guy's probably going to take the whole charge. TJ will take care of him while he's in the bin. He might do like a 5, 6, 7 years.
Maybe.
If it's a first-time offender.
It depends on how much money you got to pay for a man to want to do your time, bro. Like, what the hell?
How much would you do time for money?
No.
Even if it was a ridiculous amount.
Well, he doesn't have youths and shit, so he's thinking differently.
No, but
Wouldn't that make you want to do it?
That would make my options a little bit easier because I don't have to worry about my kids and whatever.
Missing out their first steps and stuff.
Let me not say no so quickly. Let's examine this. Let's unpack this for a second. Okay? How much money would it take for how much years are you talking?
Are we talking 5 years or 10?
It can be any amount of years. Like, okay, let's say 5 years. $1 million?
$1 million for 5 years?
Nah, I feel like I could, if I worked hard enough, I could make $1 million on roads in 5 years.
Yeah, but you're not going to be able to save that. Like, if you're in jail and you make $1 million, that's all yours. Like, because you're not really, I mean, maybe you'll spend on canteen and stuff, but like, you're not spending crazy amounts of money.
I'm trying to
think. You still have bills and stuff, though.
No, you're in jail.
But like your regular life.
Your phone bill.
Yeah.
Right? And you might be holding down somebody on road. So you're saying $1 million over 5 years. So what does that come out to?
That's 200,000 a year?
Yeah.
200,000 a year?
That's not worth it to me still.
Could you sit in jail all year? Yeah, you might have to go.
5 years is a long time.
You know?
Like, you won't even care about the $1 million after like day 72.
I think about all the progress I made in the last 5 years. I'm like, if I just kind of did that again, like this from where I'm at now, like I'm pretty sure I could get
probably more than $1 million.
You know?
Okay, so what about $1 million a year?
I would do like 1 or 2 years max of that.
So no, 5 years. Let's keep the number at 5 years. Okay.
Nah, the next
because
5
10
years,
I think 10 years is too much years to like get even people in the comments to like be like, whatever, I'll do it. Like, I think 5 years is a good enough time where like you've been there long enough where you're like, all right, let me get the fuck out of here. Yeah. But it's not like I'm looking at a super long stretch. Okay. Mans will say, oh, yo, bro, I'll go do something for less right now and get 5 years. Do that on my pinky, fam. Right? $200,000 a year, and you said no? That's us. We're Mesquines, right? What would it take per year? 1 million. Are you doing 1 million a year for 5 years? So you come home, you have at least 400 and something mil, 4 mil and change left over because you can only, how much money can you really spend in 5 years in the jail?
Yeah.
I need at least like 5 mil a year. So I'll ask for 10. I'll ask for 10, but I'll settle for the 5.
So you're not doing it for $1 million a year?
Nah.
Bro, 5 years is a long time. Honestly, it'll go by quick, but I've only lived a 5-year periods 6 times in my life. Like I'm 30, you know? So 5 years, that's like 6 like sections of my life.
Exactly.
So it's like it'll be a good portion of my life, especially up till now. Plus, I feel like my life from like 30 to 35 is gonna be crucial. Like you don't want to miss out on some key years.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
sorry to interrupt you. I'm just thinking about mans who are doing that right now for nothing.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately.
And somebody's offering you to go do that time. And they have the same issue. They're like, shit, man, these are some of my formative
But
years.
can you put a cost to freedom?
No, there's nothing. There's no cost on freedom.
Well, apparently a
As
mil a
they
year
say.
for 5 years.
You know, shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's mans who are sitting there for nothing, who have to come home, start their whole life back over because they're, you know, get a new program or go get gainful employment because they've been locked up and now they're on parole. You're coming home to at least $4 million change. You're probably gonna spend like tops $50,000 a year in jail.
Yeah, and honestly, once you finish your 5-year stint,
You're sitting on $4
like your life is amazing.
700,000.
It's like suffer now, and then
$4 million is
celebrate
not
later.
that much. Once you buy your crib and then like you pay off
Don't buy
your,
a crib. I wouldn't buy a crib.
but most mans is buying a crib. You know what I mean? Like, so what you're gonna rent?
Okay,
I honestly think like I
would
might
rent
be a
too.
lifetime renter,
Me-
like unless I'm super like up.
But I would do that as well. But
and your ages, right? Listen, I don't want to knock on this wood, but I will. I don't want to mess up the mixer. You're 30 to 35, so you come home at 35 to 4.77 million.
Yeah, I'm not buying a house right away. You know.
But yeah, I feel like if I worked hard enough, even from 30 to 35, even if I only have $1 million or $2 million, I would rather have that and all the experience that and like, memories that I created in that 5 years than to have like 3 million more and like
4.7 million more. Keep in mind, you're only spending like 50,000 a year in the bin, bro. So when you come home, most of that is there, like 90% of your money just sitting there waiting for you.
Nah, I don't know. I've been to the bin, bro. I don't like it there. Bro.
I also feel like there's something to say. Like imagine you're sitting on $1 million or you're sitting on $5 million, but you're stuck in a room you can't leave, or you don't have money, but you're able to walk outside right now and go, go for a walk, go for a run. Like I feel like that is priceless. Like
yes.
you will value that more than the money, I think.
Yeah, once you touch road.
And imagine like as soon as you walk out the jail or whatever, like knock on wood, a week later, like you get hit by a bus or some shit.
It's like you did all that. You're right. No. That's a good one.
Man.
Imagine you did all that and like a week later it's done.
Yeah, but that's like if that happens type shit. Like, okay.
What do you mean if death is inevitable?
I know, but like
when it happens.
you'll have way more freaking money to pay for any medical procedures. That's for sure. Right? What about 1.5 mil per year? So now you're coming home
to like 7.5.
7.5 million, give or take a couple of 100,000 while you were gone. That means your canteen is stacked while you're there.
I would do that.
We found a number, gentlemen.
I would do that still. Especially if they put me in the same Montreal jail that I was at originally. Because I'm not gonna say I enjoyed it there, but it was calm. Like exactly, I thought it was calm.
No, low key, because we're in the federal system over here. Anything over 2 years, you're going to the pen.
Oh, for real? Eh?
So you might, and the pen is not as bad as detention.
Okay. If it's them type of vibes, it's calm. Because they're like, oh, you're lucky they didn't send you to the Haitian wing because they'll do all this next week. I'm like, if it's a place like that, then I'm not sure if I'm staying there. I might have to call out early. Still.
Yes, but also like nobody's giving you money to go to jail. So like, why am I making the situation like real? We can make it hypothetical, fam. Like, no, you're in detention, the South, whatever detention center for 5 years.
Nah, it can't be Toronto still. It can't be Toronto. Too many polys
in the Toronto South for 5 years, bro.
Yo, so you grew up in Vern, eh? I'm like, brother, that's irrelevant right now.
Just thinking of that money when I get home, bro. Four more years.
I got way too emotionally invested in this hypothetical situation. I'm like, this is never gonna happen.
It's never gonna
no
happen.
one's offering us money to do that.
Oh, but yeah, and listen, neither is Lil TJ getting that money either. So he might
offer one of his partners.
Yeah, but I don't think like how much money you're gonna get your partners. Like what? Here's $5 million to hold me down and don't snitch.
That's how this whole hypothetical started. We're about to go in a whole circle.
I know, right?
I would say he might give him like a upfront, like, yo, I'll give you $1 million right now. Just I'll give you $1 million right now. Just like accept it. Just accept the charge. Just say you did it.
Takes us back into our whole hypothetical again, fam. Depends on how much time they're about to give him. Oh, 10 years? Yeah, $1 million? Fuck out of here, bro. He did it.
If I'm Des and I have use though, then I'll like my answer changes. I'll take the $1 million so I can make sure
Your family's good.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, if I had a kid, I would probably do the 5 years, $5 million. Because like your kid's gonna be set. You're gonna miss out on those years, but you're providing for that kid probably in a better way than you would have been able to on road.
Listen, we made a hypothetical, but if that is the case, and let's say Lil TJ has to pay his homie $5 million to do that, he better pay up. Because I've heard about situations where mans go hug the time and they're like, yo, nigga, you need to pay me on my money.
That would suck.
It's like it's too late. You can't go recant your statement.
Exactly. So, listen, salute to nobody in this. Salute to Offset. You know what I'm saying?
Offset.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.